Why selling services is a great way to make money online. Chances are, if you're watching these videos, you're looking for maybe another way to make some money on the internet. There's a good possibility that maybe you're doing some affiliate marketing or maybe even product creation, and you just aren't making the kind of money that you wish that you were making. Well, I want to tell you right now that selling a service of some sort can be a really, really good way for you to start making some money almost immediately. And one of the reasons that I like selling services more than I like selling products is the fact that services have a much higher value than products do. Like oftentimes you'll see a product selling for $5 or $10 or even a product given away for free. But a service, if you can install something for someone or write something for someone or design something for someone, there's just a lot more value put on that. So instead of getting, a $5 or $10 affiliate commission, with a service, you might be able to get $25 or $50 or $100 or $200 for really not doing all that much work or doing work that really isn't all that difficult. And selling services is great because you can charge a premium price, okay? You're getting paid for your time, so make sure that you charge accordingly. And another reason that I really like selling services is the fact that when you're selling services, there's just a lot less competition. Yeah, there really is just a lot less competition. There are just tens of thousands or even possibly hundreds of thousands of affiliates out there trying to make money with various different affiliate programs like Amazon and ClickBank. But when you provide a service, there's just a lot less competition out there, which means that there's a much better chance for you to really start making some good money providing services instead of just selling products like everyone else. All right, what I'd like to talk about now is what kind of services can be sold, meaning what kind of services can you provide to other people or other webmasters that you can get paid for, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate really on 3 different types of services that we can provide. There are others, but what we're going to be concentrating on is primarily design services, which might include creating banners for people or headers for people, or even full-on website designs or advertisements. Business cards are different types of design services that can be out there. Banner ads for people. A lot of people spend really good money and are always looking for people to create banners and logos. And those are some of the different types of design services that can be sold very easily and very quickly online. Now, for writing services, people are always looking for, if you're a webmaster, webmasters are absolutely always looking to hire writers, both writers for blog content and article creation. If you're a webmaster and if you own a website, chances are that you at one time or another have either written some articles or have paid someone to write some articles for you. People are always looking for ghostwriters to have reports written for them. Blog posting, people are always, needing content, needing fresh, unique content. So they're always willing to pay someone else to do that writing for them, because that's one of the jobs that most internet marketers and most webmasters just don't like doing. They don't like writing, or they don't think that they're good enough to write, or whatever. It feels like schoolwork to a lot of different, I'm kind of like that. I've been an internet marketer for going on like 5 years now, and the one thing that I hate doing more than anything is writing, and that's one of the things that I'll always outsource. So people are always looking for writing. So if you have a knack for writing, or if you're good at getting others to do writing for you, okay, that's a service that you can provide. And some other services that you can make money with and that people really will pay for are technical services. Things like installing WordPress, installing WordPress, setting up domain names, even change simple things such as like changing the name servers at a hosting account or at GoDaddy to their hosting account. People will pay for that type of services. And to get some ideas, of different types of services that can be sold, what I've done here is I want to just take you to one of the biggest outsourcing websites out there. And this is Odesk, which is odesk.com. And it's a place that you can hire workers if you're looking to hire workers for various tasks, or if you have a skill, you can also find work. So what we'll do is let's just browse through some different categories. Over here on the right, you can sign up the top skills. So what people are looking for the most are WordPress and search engine optimization, article writing. This PHP and HTML, that's, for website design and, building websites for people or modifying websites for people. That's the code, the underlying code that's on most websites. But you can see people are looking for graphics work. And if we want, we can just scroll through a whole bunch of these different categories here. You can see like people are looking for administrative support. You can get a simple job, as being a personal assistant for someone. If you have, a lot of time, like you could do email response handling. You can even get paid to do web search or transcription. Transcription is one of those things that, it takes a long time. But people are always looking for people to install WordPress or, upload a website for them or come out with a website design for them. But if we just go to Odesk, you can see, there are hundreds of categories. And like I said, we're primarily going to be focusing on the simple design tasks, like, selling banners, banner creation service, or making headers for people, things like that. Simple things, writing articles, maybe writing short reports, things like that. But if you scroll through here, you can see that there's just all kinds of different jobs that are available for people out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started with this. And so take a look around Odesk. Odesk is a good place to look around, see what types of jobs are out there. You can just go browse through. You can see what people are willing to pay and, what types of work people are actually looking for. The Warrior Forum, in their Warrior for Hire section, if you just go to thewarriorforum.com and look under here, under Warrior Products and Services, click on Warriors for Hire. And you can see what people are looking for. And you can see how popular some of these jobs are. Like keyword research, video creation, article writing, all these things. As you can see, these are very, very popular. In many webmasters need these services. So take a look at all the different things that can be sold as a service, and you'll see that there's plenty. Right. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to talk about, you need to determine what your strengths are. And really what I mean by that is, what kind of work can you do? Are you someone who's good with design, or are you handy with, setting up a hosting account, uploading a site, getting it all ready? Are you good at writing? Are you good at creating? Determine what you're good at. And once again, a good thing to do would be to go ahead and find out what kind of work is available out there and determine, if you have a skill set to match that type of work. So there's a couple places. What I like to do is go over to the Warriors for Hire section and, go through these, especially go through items that are popular, posts that are popular. And for me, I consider really anything over 500 or so views over here on the right hand side. Okay, I consider anything over 500 to be a pretty popular category. So go through these. take a look at them, see what people are selling, and determine if some of your skills match what people are selling. All right, like maybe you're good at making videos for people, for yourself, and you can, maybe you're good with Camtasia. Like I determined, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago, I determined that I was pretty good at following set directions and making a certain style of review video. Okay, and these videos, they didn't take me very long to create, but people were willing to pay a premium price for these videos. So what I did was I determined that there were people that were out there looking for these videos, okay, and I was pretty decent at creating them, and I was able to put together a pretty good service. So take a look at some of these different things. All right, there's a lot of content, like in the Warrior Forum especially, a lot of people are looking for content. So maybe you're a good writer, all right, or maybe you're good at SEO. SEO is another thing that people will pay heavily for, okay? So take a look at these different services that people are buying, okay? And then determine if you have any skills, if you have the skills to match those services that people are looking for. Another place we can do is we can go to Odesk and just, click on that Find Work button. And once again, let's talk about, graphic design. So this is logo design. If you're good with graphics, you can go get logo work very easily, or banner work. All right. Determine what your skills are and make sure that people are looking to hire those skills. All right. So determine what you're good at. And you want to write down a list, write down a little list. Like for me, I'm good at video creation. I'm also pretty much video creation and technical services. Like I can set up WordPress sites, I can set up websites, I can set up hosting accounts, I can set up email autoresponders. Those are my technical skill sets. All right, so determine what types of things you can do and go ahead and write them down. Like, you're good at writing, or you're good at compiling data, you're good at data research, or you're good at SEO. Determine the things that you are good at, okay? And you want to write those down. All right, now in this video, what I want to do is I want to talk to you about some great places that you can, pretty much immediately start getting work. And one of those places, all right, the first one that I'll talk to you about is if you're a writer. Like if you're an article writer, or if you even can write reports, if you want to get started, getting paid almost immediately by writing content, you can just go to iWriter.com, okay, and sign up to write content, okay. You can go ahead and just sign up as a member, okay, and you will be able to start making money almost immediately. And the way iWriter works is they pay their writers, okay, they pay their writers 81% of each article. So basically with their pricing model, that gets you paid $1.62 for a 300-word article, okay, or like $2.50 about for a 500-word article, or $4 for a 700-word article, okay. Now that is pretty much work that they're going to find you business. All you have to do is, what happens is people go here, okay, like I have a lot of articles written at iWriter, and what you do is you start a job to have content written for you, and then other writers, okay, the writers that are members of iWriter go ahead and say, okay, I'll grab that job. So basically you can just get jobs almost immediately with iWriter. And iWriter is primarily for just articles, and they also just started doing reports, so you can get paid more for bigger pieces of content, like 20-page reports or 10-page reports, things like that. Another place that you can go get work immediately is at Fiverr. Okay, now Fiverr, I really don't use Fiverr much to get work. I've bought a lot of work on Fiverr, but Fiverr, most jobs here are $5, okay? And I think they also pay out, I think they pay out $4 on a $5 job. It's either $4 or $3 on a $5 job. But it's a place that you can immediately go get. They have some really wacky jobs at Fiverr, okay? But it's a place that you can go immediately, okay, do some sort of task. And Fiverr's neat because even if you don't have a skill, like this person's going to plant a tree for you, or, you know, do video testimonial. If you don't have that many skills, you can see that there's lots of people that are doing these fun and bizarre things, like you'll bake a fortune cookie with a smile for you, things like that. Kind of stupid stuff, but if you don't have any technical skills or you aren't really good at a lot of things, you can go to Fiverr and immediately start getting work. You can also go to Odesk, all right, sign up to find work, get a free account there, and then you can start bidding on jobs. Another place that you can go get work almost immediately, like I said, over at the Warrior Forum in their Warrior Products and Services, the Warrior for Hire section, you can go, you pay, I believe it's $20 now. It might have gone up. But you pay, yeah, it's a $20 payment. So you pay, you post the job that you're willing to do. All right. And as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of activity. Like this guy right here, he's selling a turnkey thing. He'll do $27 websites for you or your offline clients. So that's awfully cheap. I used to charge $197 or $97 for that, but he's only getting $27. But that's something you can see. You know, he's got 500 views on this. Lots of, not lots, but, you know, 11 or so comments. So he's probably getting some work out of this. This guy will do backlinks for $28. You know, so you can go post an ad right here, and chances are very good that you'll start getting jobs almost immediately, you know, depending on what you're going to do for a service. But those are a couple of places. Same with Freelancer. You can sign up. You can go ahead and fill out your skills, join Freelancer. You join the site, and you can start bidding on projects. Those are just a couple of spots. Even 99 Designs is another place. This is just for designs like logo design or brochures and graphics, things like that. But this is another place that you can go and get work and get paid almost immediately. All right, so in this video, what I want to talk to you is, instead of selling just an individual service, like say a video creation or writing of an article, you can also sell packages. And that's what I started doing a little over a year ago. What I did was I packaged together several different services that I was good at. Like I was good at creating Amazon video review websites. I would create video reviews. I would set up a WordPress site for people. I would have all the content created. I would even add affiliate links, and I would basically set everything up for them. Okay. What people got was, the package that I put together was, I did 5 product reviews, okay, 5 written product reviews. And then I went ahead and I converted those written product reviews into video reviews, which truthfully didn't take very long at all, okay? And I packaged everything up in an attractive looking website, okay? People could get a hosting account, a domain name. So basically what I did was I took a whole bunch of different services like video creation and the setting up of WordPress, registering of domain names. I took all these individual services that I might only get $5 or $10 for here and there, and I priced it at either $97 or $197. Like I sell it at $97 as a discount. And what I did was I put together this ad on the Warrior Forum, and I talk about, you know, how frustrating it is setting up these sites, and I go through exactly what I'm going to do for them. I create these written product reviews, okay, which I actually had my father did the writing for me because he's good at writing and he enjoys it, okay. So then I took those written reviews, turned them into videos, okay. I set up a WordPress theme for them. I get them the domain name. And I package this all into something that's very easy, that's extremely easy for them to digest. They one-stop shop. They pay one price, and they get all these services together. And I made a lot of money. I sold hundreds of these sites, okay, over, you know, like I said, a little over a year or so ago. So I created this huge package. Okay, so instead of getting $5 or $10 for these little individual services, I created a large package. Okay, and you can really do the same. Okay, like if you're a good article writer, you could package a couple of articles along with maybe some video. All right, or you could package a couple of articles along with a report. So instead of just getting $5 for one article, you put together a package that has several different components. Like maybe your component, instead of, I'm sorry I said video, but what you could do is instead of just selling an article or a pack of 5 articles for $25, sell a complete website for $57. Okay, where you're just installing WordPress, something that's very easy to do, or some other task that you can do. Like instead of just selling an article package, okay, turn those articles into, say, follow-up email messages, something like that. Make a package. And, you know, you won't always be able to do it, but if you can bundle together several different services, okay, if you can bundle together several different services into a package, you can get really top dollar for it. And that's what I did. And it's something I suggest you take a look at. What I'd like to talk to you about is selling your design services. Like if you're good with Photoshop or you're good at creating graphics of any kind, like banners or website designs or logos, your best bet and probably the way that you can make the most amount of money is if you go to this site here, 99 Designs. And what 99 Designs is, it's a place where business owners and people that need work done run contests, and then providers such as yourself will go ahead and bid on those jobs and submit like mock-ups. This is a really good site if you're very good at doing design work. If you're not great at doing design work, like if your work isn't great and if it doesn't stand out, 99 Designs probably won't be the best bet for you just because of the way that this particular site works. Like, we'll just go to a logo design here, and you can see what we're getting here is different logo design contests, okay, where the winning prize on these is $299. And you can see for this one right here, there's 21 entries. And the way that it works is the person says what they want, okay, says what they want in a logo design, all right, and then different service providers go ahead and submit their work. So if you're very good at design, this would be a really good place for you to go ahead and get some design work. They pay very well, and you can make a lot of money. There's some service providers here who've made over 6 figures just by providing designs on 99 Designs. You know, another place that if you're good with design, okay, is going to be the Warrior section, the Warrior Forum in the Warrior for Hire section. You can see that if you do scroll through here, there's a lot of people that are making very good money providing design services. Like you can offer logo services, and all you have to do are banners or header graphics, things like that. All you need to do is you just go ahead and click on new thread, And then from here, what you can do is go ahead and add in your ad offering your services, depending on what they are. But the Warrior Forum would be a good place to go ahead and get some business. You can see that there is an awful lot of activity in here, and people that are offering these services, okay, the people that do offer services, get a good price for them. This person right here is, offering to create ebook covers and WSO designs, and I think he charges a pretty good price, $87, but this person is getting, actually, this is someone that I used on work before. She did some graphics work for me, and I was really happy with it. But these different designers here, you can see, like, this designer here has had 6,655 views on their ad. So if you're good with design, I recommend you check out 99 Designs, the Warrior Forum in the Warriors for Hire section, and even Odesk. You can get jobs. People out there are looking for the types of services that you provide, and these are a couple of good places that you can go get work. In this video, what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk to you about how you can make some money selling your writing services. Now, writing services in content creation, it's just one of the absolute most in-demand services out there. People are always looking for writers, and the very first place that I would suggest that you go ahead to look for some work, if you have almost no experience, would be iWriter.com. Unfortunately, their website is down right now at the moment, and I'm not really sure why it is. But if you go to www.iWriter, that's iWriter.com, that's a really good place where you can go get work immediately as a writer. Now, they don't pay the best, but it is good, consistent work that you can get there. I've talked to a couple of people, and I've used them for getting written material done for me, like articles and blog posts. But I've also talked to a couple of people who have made money on iWriter selling their writing services, and what they liked about it was that they can get paid very quickly, and they also, there's an abundance of work that is available. Like I said, their site right now is down. I'm not sure why, but it should be up in just a little bit, so you'll be able to visit it without any problem. Now, the other couple of places I'd like to tell you about, now, usually I don't recommend Fiverr all that much, but there are a couple times when I do recommend Fiverr, and one of them is for writing articles, because if you can get $5 for a 300 to a 500 word article, for most article writers, that's not a bad job. So Fiverr would be a pretty good place to go get some work. What I recommend you do is you join up Fiverr, and then you can go ahead and post your ad, okay? And you can go through, you can scroll through, like this person right here, he'll write a 500-word short story about you or your topic for $5. This person will edit. People will do all kinds of things, but there's all kinds of people that need article writers, and they definitely go to Fiverr to look for those article writers. So Fiverr would be a great place for you to start getting job. You just go in, they call it a gig. You go and you post a gig saying exactly what you'll do. You'll write a 500-word article, or you'll write a 300-word article, whatever you'll do for your writing. And Fiverr is a great place to go and get work. And then once again, I'll bring you over to the Warrior Forum in their Warriors for Hire section. If you scroll through here, there's a lot of ads on here for content writers, article writers, report writers, things like that. And if you're a writer, you can go ahead, write up a quick ad. All you have to do is click on the new thread. You title your ad, say what kind of work you're doing, content, and you will go ahead and create the ad. And you should be able to get plenty of work through the Warrior Forum, especially if you look at these content sections, 5,000 views, 3,000 views. And these are all people that are looking for, or all people that have created ads selling their content writing, be it writing articles or reports or whatever. But if you're a good writer, I definitely recommend that you check out these 3 sites. Number 1, iWriter. Number 2, Fiverr. And number 3, the Warrior Forum in their Warriors for Hire section. Those are going to be 3 places that you can find work and get work almost immediately. All right, now what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk to you about how you can sell technical services. And technical services, what I mean by that is they run the gamut from installing a website for someone to writing PHP and writing code, or installing plugins for people, installing WordPress, things like that. Now, probably one of the best places to go would be to Odesk, okay? Odesk has people that are looking for all kinds of technical services, and if we go through here, we'll go ahead and scroll through, like there's software development and web development, design, business services, writing, translation, information systems, and networking. If you have technical abilities, like if you're a good web designer, a good web programmer, chances are very good that you can get a lot of work here at Odesk. All right, people will pay good money if you have PHP skills. PHP and HTML are things that many webmasters just don't have a lot of skill with, and they're willing to pay others to do the work for them. Like if we just scroll through some PHP jobs, like this is a person who needs a form built. If you're good with PHP, probably won't take you hardly any time at all to do a job like this. This is a job here for $1,000. This is a PHP expert to help with various projects. Okay, e-commerce booking system. This person is offering up to $500 for this. Okay, there's lots of jobs here. Just in software development alone, there's 545 different jobs available. In web development, there's over 5,900 different jobs available. So if you have some technical skills, okay, I highly recommend you check out Odesk. Odesk is going to be a place where you can get work, okay? Another place is Fiverr, and I've said it before, I don't love Fiverr because the jobs are just so inexpensive. But if you're desperate for money and you need money, Fiverr's a great place that you can go get some money quickly. All right. And then the other section is going to be the Warriors for Hire section. You just go to the warriorforum.com/warriors-hire. Okay. And you can see there's lots of jobs here that people have posted of work that they're willing to get done. And if they're able to make money, okay, offering their services, there's really no reason at all that you can't make money offering your services too. Another technical service that you can offer is SEO. You might be a whiz at search engine optimization, or you might be a whiz at something else that's technical that people might not have a lot of knowledge in how to do, and are willing to pay others for that knowledge. So I recommend you check out these 3 sites. The Warriors for Hire section at the Warrior Forum. Fiverr is a desperate last measure, and Odesk. Those are going to be 3 places that you should be able to find some work fairly easily. Now I'd like to talk to you about one technical service that you could get. There's plenty of work available. It's pretty easy to do. And chances are really good that if you do this particular service that you can get some other work from people too. And if you just go over to Fiverr.com, okay, and then right over here in the search, just type in WordPress, okay. I just want to show you how many different ads are out here. Now, granted, this is only a $5 job, but there's a lot of people out there, okay, that need to have WordPress installed for them. And I want to give you an example. When we typed in WordPress, we get this particular gig right here. This is what someone posted, that they'll install WordPress plus your theme if you have a theme and necessary plugins, okay, for $5. And you might think, well, $5, that's nothing at all. How am I going to make money at that rate? But if you look down, you can see that this person, for this one particular job, okay, has had 340 positive reviews. So that means that this person has sold at least 340 of these services for only $5 a piece, but they've made well over $1,500. You can see they just have reviews after reviews. So if you can install WordPress, there's absolutely no reason that you couldn't go to Fiverr, put together a simple gig where you will install WordPress, their theme, plugins, and things like that, and then go ahead and make some money doing that. All right, there's no reason at all that you couldn't create a gig at Fiverr and do the same thing. Same with over at the Warrior Forum. You could put up a simple post under Webmaster saying, I'll install WordPress on your theme for $10 or $20, and I absolutely guarantee that if you put together a nice ad, that you're gonna get business. People out there are dying to have WordPress installed. So many people just don't understand how to install WordPress, but really want WordPress on their site. And people are out there looking for others that can do that work for them. So if you can go put on a gig at Fiverr or go make an ad over at Warrior Forum, chances are you're going to be able to get some business just installing WordPress for people. And installing WordPress is one of those things that you could learn and become an expert at it in an hour or two, and then go ahead and start making money just installing WordPress for people. So I really recommend that if you're searching for different services that you can provide, definitely selling or installing WordPress for people is a way that you can make some money. Another way that you can really make some good money selling services would be by offering turnkey packages. And that's really the way that I made most of my money by selling services, is I offer a turnkey package, or basically a one-stop shop where I do pretty much everything for the customer. I set up a website, I do the hosting for them, I set up their domain name, I put all the content on the site. So I turn it into a turnkey package where all the person basically has to do is sign up, and I take care of all the rest for them. Like this particular package I did was I set up these turnkey Amazon review sites, and they got all these different features. I put together 5 unique product reviews, both written and videos. I added some advertisements to their site. I added YouTube videos to their site. I registered a domain name. I set them up with hosting. I did all kinds of things to just make it so it's totally turnkey. All the person has to do is sign up, and they get a site out of it. And that's a really good way that you can make some really good money. If you're a jack of all trades kind of person and really master of none, which I kind of consider myself, I can do a little bit of everything. I'm not super great at any one thing, but because I can do a whole bunch of different things, I put together these turnkey packages. And you can do the same exact thing, just put together a package of, put together a website package for someone in a hot niche. And it's really not that hard to do. But selling a turnkey package, I found it's a great way to make some good money. And you can see, I just ran this as a Warrior special offer. Okay, I put together this big package, sold it for $97, and I've sold hundreds of these turnkey packages because there really are a lot of people out there that just want to be able to, have their own site, and they don't want to worry about any of the technical difficulties that come with that. So if you can put together a turnkey package for someone, you can make some good money. I'd like to talk to you about a pretty clever way that you can make money by providing a service. And the service that I'm talking about here is going to be setting up PLR packages for people. Now, I sell an awful lot of PLR, and there's a lot of PLR sellers out there, but very few people offer this service. And this is just a service that I've done very well with. I don't do it all the time, but a lot of times when I sell a PLR package, okay, that includes a website and say a report or some videos, what I do is I offer them a done-for-you setup service where here you can see this one right now. This is for a product of mine, and what I do is after they buy, I offer them this basically a special offer where I will go ahead and do everything for them, okay? What I do is I register a domain name for them. I set up your site from top to bottom with their information, which basically just means that I add their ClickBank ID and add their name. I add their autoresponder code to their website. I give them 3 months of hosting, and I upload everything to their new hosting account. Basically, I made the PLR package that I sold them into a turnkey package. So instead of them having to do all these things, I offer it to them for a low price of either $97 or $47. And it's just a great way that you could make some pretty good money. And like I said, there's not a lot of people that offer this service. And a good way that you could find business is if you sell PLR, you could definitely offer it on your download page, okay? But another thing that you could do is contact other PLR sellers and say, hey, do you offer a done-for-you setup service? And if they don't, offer to set something up for them, you know. Put together a simple sales page where you talk about exactly what service that you're going to provide, okay? And then ask them, hey, on your download page, would it be all right if we put my sales letter or an ad to my services offering my setup services? And you can go ahead and split the cost with that person. I'll be honest, I offered this service right here for $47. And I feel a little embarrassed telling you, but it really took me about 15 minutes to earn that $47, and I've also sold it at $97. So if you're quick and if you know what you're doing, you can set up this PLR for people in no time flat. Okay, I mean no time flat, because all you're basically doing is uploading the contents that were in a PLR package to their web hosting account, or create the web hosting account for them. But selling PLR setup service is just a killer business idea, and I hope you see the potential in it, because there really is a lot of potential to offer a done-for-you setup service for people that buy PLR. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of people that buy PLR, it just sits on their computer because they don't have the time or maybe the technical ability to set the site up for them. So if you can offer that, you can make some good money doing that. Alright, now in this video what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk to you about how you can make some money selling services to offline clients. And by offline clients, what I mean is small businesses and local businesses, either in your area or outside of your area. And this is an area where since 2008 I've been doing business, and it really is, it's a gold mine for those of you out there with the inclination and the desire to maybe provide services to these offline businesses. What I did was I combined a whole bunch of services, and I put together turnkey packages for local businesses where I would build them a website. I would go ahead, get them ranked on the search engines. I would do all the technical things for them. I'd update their websites. And all they really would have to do is give me the information on their business, and I would go ahead and put together a website for them. And you can make a lot of money with this, I'll tell you. Providing services to offline clients is just a really good way to get a premium. Whereas if you were selling, say, a website, okay, if you were going to create websites for people online, you might be able to get, $47 or $97 or $200 or so for a website. But if you're selling it offline to offline businesses, you might be able to get, $300, $400, $700, $800, $1,000 for doing basically the same kind of work. And like I said, what I did, the type of services that I provided for offline businesses was I created their online presence for them, and I got them noticed. It was a combination of SEO and website building, but there's all kinds of services that you can provide to offline businesses. You could go so far as you could start with maybe offering to build them an email list. A lot of offline businesses have no idea of the benefits of having an autoresponder can do for them. You could offer to create content for them, create articles, create press releases, create websites, create videos for offline businesses. There's just a whole bunch of different services that you can provide to these offline businesses. And like I said, a lot of times that you're going to get more money for them than you would selling to a regular online business. Right now, in this video, what I want to do is I want to share with you just a couple of secrets on how you can turn small jobs into big paydays. And what I mean by that is if you get a job, say at iWriter, writing articles, okay, or at Fiverr doing some task for $5, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you deliver the product that they or the service that they bought from you. Make sure that you deliver that in a very timely manner. You want to make sure that if they buy something from you and you promise a delivery date, make sure you stick to delivering your service by that delivery date. Okay? You also want to make sure that you're very polite and keep good communication with the people. Like after they order from you, make sure you thank them. Make sure you're very clear in instructions. If they have instructions for you on the task that they want you to do and you aren't sure about something, make sure that when you request more information from the people, make sure that you're very polite and courteous, okay? And then once you do provide the service, or say you're doing articles, okay? Say someone buys one article from you on Fiverr. What you might want to do is, and you can do it before or after the job is complete, but a good thing to do is write them an email. Hey, I want to thank you for ordering this job for me. I plan on having this done for you, say, in one day. As a new customer of mine, I'd like to offer you a special discount. What you want to do is put together some sort of little package for them. Like if they bought one article from you, okay, for $5, you might want to offer them a package of 4 additional articles for only $15. Or if you were going to do some other service, try and bundle some services. Like if you were going to install WordPress for a person, maybe for $10 or $15 or even $5 if you got the job off Fiverr, and it's just a simple install of WordPress, you could then go ahead and offer them, hey, we went ahead and installed WordPress for you. I'd like to know if you'd like to have any content written or content uploaded for you. I'd be happy to do it for you for a very small fee. And just by being polite, courteous, and actually offering to help people, because that's the one thing that these people want, is they want help. They hired you because they needed help. And the more helpful that you can be to these people, the more business that you're going to bring in. And even if you're just bringing in a $5 job, you can easily turn that into a $20, $50, $100 job if you provide them with nice service. Now, I'd like to do a quick video and tell you the quickest and fastest way and most secure way for you to get paid. And that's definitely going to be using PayPal. You're going to want to, if you don't already have a PayPal account, chances are you're going to want to go ahead and get one, because what is nice about PayPal is, number one, you get paid instantly. As soon as they send you the money, it's in your PayPal account. You can either withdraw it or use it to buy goods and services through PayPal. PayPal is secure. Pretty much every country is going to offer, or is going to, users from every single country can pretty much use PayPal. There are a couple countries where users can't use PayPal, but generally those aren't people that are going to be hiring us more than likely anyway. You will want to get PayPal. Sometimes people will offer to pay you with Western Union or wire you money. I recommend that you stay away from those people a lot of times. I actually have gotten scammed in the past before on different types of money transfers. So I do recommend that you use PayPal. A nice thing about PayPal is you can just, all you need is their PayPal address, and you can either send them a request for money, or you can even create an invoice. If you're going to get fancier and want to look more professional, you can create an invoice and have that sent to the buyer of the services. Another way that you can use PayPal is you can just, like, if you're going to package or if you're going to have an ad for something, you can go ahead and create a PayPal button, and people can just click on the button and pay you. And even if they don't have a PayPal account, so long as they have like a credit card or a debit card, they'll still be able to pay you. So PayPal is definitely the way that you want to go about getting paid, in my opinion. Now, the exception to that is like services through iWriter. They may pay you in a different way. Some of the other services like Elance and Guru, Get a Freelancer, they might have other ways of paying you, but generally you can get paid right through PayPal, even through those services. So I do recommend that you use PayPal to accept your payments. All right. Now, in this video, what I want to do is I want to talk to you a little bit about the best types of clients to get. And in my opinion, it breaks down into two different categories. If you are selling packages, whereas you place an ad for a service, like you go to the Warrior Forum and you offer up a turnkey deal, or you offer some sort of services, and you're going to have a payment button on there, okay? What I find is the best type of client to have is to have a newer person to the internet, someone who's inexperienced. They might not have a lot of technical ability, and the best type of client really is those newer people, okay? That is, like I said, if you're going to be offering turnkey services or making an ad where you are selling your service. On the other hand, if you're going to be getting work through Odesk or Freelancer or some of these other freelancing sites, like even iWriter, in my opinion, the best types of clients to get are those who are very clear in the specific task that they want done. Like, say you get hired to design a banner for someone, and they don't give you clear instructions. All they say is, I want a flashy banner that says this, okay? And they don't give you any examples of other banners that they like. They don't tell you any types of colors or color palettes that they like. They're very unclear about what they want. They just want something very broad, flashy. It's something very broad, okay? And they're not clear in their directions. You may have a very hard time delivering exactly what that person wants, because you don't know what it is that they want. Something that might be flashy to them is very conservative looking to you, or vice versa. Now, on the other hand, if you can get an employer, someone who hires you with a very clear set of instructions, if they can give you very clear and concise instructions, you'll have a much better time of meeting their needs, and you'll probably fulfill their needs a lot better. So I find that if you're going to be offering the services on your own, meaning if you're going to be placing ads for a type of service, I find that the best type of client is those that very beginner, isn't really sure what they want. They found your ad and decided that's a service I want. Now, on the other hand, if you apply for a job, and if you get a job, say, through a service like Odesk, okay, and the person, like, this really isn't that specific of a job, okay? I really recommend, if you're going to be taking a job where you get hired from someone on Odesk or one of these other freelance sites, make sure that the person is very clear in the instructions to you, because the clearer they are in the instructions, really, the more chance it's likely that they're going to be happy with the work that you do for them and hopefully hire you again for more work. Now, in this video, what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk to you about how you can get other people to do the work for you. And honestly, that's very simple. And the way that you can do that is you can use these exact same services that we're going to be using to find work, okay, to actually go ahead and get our work done. And the way that that works, some people might call it like outsourcing arbitrage or something along those lines, but it's simple, really. Like, you get a job, like I used to do those. In fact, these sites right here, I've charged anywhere from like, $197 to start with a monthly fee up to $800. And I charge that to these local companies, okay? And in this case, it's roofing companies. So I would build a website for a business, all right? And I would sell that service for, let's just say, $200. And then I would then turn around and go to a site like Odesk or even Fiverr. Fiverr, like we were looking at, we can go to Fiverr and get WordPress installed, okay? Themes installed, all that stuff for $5, okay? And that's something that you can charge a local business at least $100 for. At the absolute least $100 to install a theme, to install plugins. I mean, you could charge a lot more than that, but at the very least you could charge $100 for that, and it's something that you could pay only $5 to get set up on Fiverr, okay? And then after you had that set up, you could then go ahead and have some graphics work done for only $5 to go ahead and customize that site for the local business. So the best way to get others to do the work for you is to use these exact same services that we're going to use to get hired, to go ahead and hire people to do the work for you. And I recommend you do that, once you get some jobs under your belt. You could also, there's no reason, and there's plenty of people that do this, there's no reason that you couldn't start by doing that. Like, you might not be good at graphics at all, but you could hire someone off of Fiverr for only $5 that turns out to be very good. There's lots of different services that you can make. Like, there are people here that will draw like cartoon characters, a caricature, customized caricature for $5. You could go ahead and get a fancy sales letter made and offer that to a business where a caricature can be made for them, or a mascot, something like that, where you're buying the service for only $5, but it's something that you could sell for, $50, $100, even more. So just use these same services, and Fiverr is going to be a great place to hire people. Odesk will be a good place to hire people, and Freelancer will be a really good place for you to hire people to do work for you. And you just want to make sure that you're very clear and concise on what you want done and what you're willing to pay. And so long as you charge more than you're paying to have the work done, you're going to make money. Now, in this video, I'd like to talk to you about a couple cautions, and this comes from experience. I have performed a lot of services. I've offered turnkey services. I've done a lot of services for people where I've made money. And the thing that you have to remember is time equals money, okay? Performing services is a great way to make money, but you have to realize that time equals money. And if you're not performing a service, if you're not taking your time to do a task, you're not making money. And that's the biggest drawback to performing services for people, okay? Those services, they take time. It might not take you much time, but it is time, and there is only a limited amount of time in every single day. So you need to make sure that you realize that. And in that, you want to make sure you don't overbook yourself. I've had this happen to me before, where I had an insane amount of orders, okay, and each job was taking me 3 hours or so, and I had an insane amount of orders at one time. And at one time, I was promising a 10-day delivery, but I had like a 20-day backlog, okay? So you want to make sure that you don't overbook yourself. I was able to overcome those. What I did was I got some help, Okay, I made it very clear to some buyers that I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be able to deliver to you on time. If you'd like, I'll be more than happy to offer you a 100% refund right now. Or if you'll stick with me, I promise that the job is, will be worth it to you. But you want to make sure that you don't overbook yourself. You don't want to get too much work that there just isn't enough time to perform it. And you do want to try and outsource as much work as you can. In the beginning, you might not want to do that because every dollar you make, has to go to you. It has to go to feed your family or feed yourself. And I understand that. Believe me, I understand that. There was a long time where I wouldn't outsource anything, and I was doing all of the work and performing a lot of different services, and truthfully, just not having enough time in the day. So make sure you remember, those services are going to take you time. Make sure you don't overbook yourself, and you want to try and outsource as much as you can as soon as you can. Okay? And if you remember those things, you really can make a lot of money performing services.